Hey, so I just unboxed these new Broadheads I saw from Cold Steel. They're these polymer, high-tech polymer Broadheads. So they're like a kind of like a solution to like high-priced Broadheads, right? So like you usually will spend somewhere around $30 to $40 for your 3 Broadheads. So I still use G5 Montex, which I have on some of my arrows right now. But this is kind of advertised as your cheap shot. I wouldn't say it's exactly a one-time use deal, but it's not meant for big game as far as I've seen. They kind of are advertising for more of your, you know, critters or pig hunting. I think that's why I got them personally. Well, I got them as well because I haven't seen anything on YouTube of anyone really field testing them. I see people shooting them at, you know, pieces of wood or aluminum, but I'm not looking to shoot at that personally. I wanted to test them out and see how they'll do. I'm gonna shoot them at my targets here, and see how they fly. But then I hope to do a video where I'm shooting them at, say, some squirrels, or maybe at hopefully a hog if we can. And heck, I'll even try to do, if I can't do that within the next month, I'll try to do a video where I shoot them at you know, some ribs. I'll go over to the store, get some ribs and see how it performs there, how it holds up against bone. So we'll do that. And this is the packaging basically. I spent 12 bucks on Amazon, I believe, and it comes with 10. So they're about $1 a piece. Not bad. Here's the spiel. So I see off the top it says it's weatherproof. Well, yeah, because it's plastic. It's basically just hard plastic. It's serrated plastic. I'm not sure what the penetration in that is. That's what I'm the most curious about. So the videos these guys put out are very corny, and that's why I wanted to do my own version, where I'm actually doing an everyday. You know, these guys are out in Africa shooting, you know, warthogs and all that, but I'm not really seeing the tip in action. Call me paranoid, but I would see the tip when they're holding it up to the camera, and then they'll shoot, but you can't really see them actually shooting the tip, and they never actually show a bloody arrow afterwards. So, I mean, call me paranoid, but I'd like to actually see what the penetration is like, if you can actually get a pass-through shot with this serrated blade. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. I'm gonna take a couple shots. I'll see if I can edit them into the video. And yeah, the cheap shot. All right, let's check it out. Okay, sweet. I was worried about the fletchings. I mean, that's a pretty good penetration right there. You can see the line on that one and on that one. I mean, I shoot my target pretty regularly, so the back's kind of blown out. You can see where one of them, where I shoot it pretty regularly here on the middle ring. This one definitely shot through the back. Sorry, I'm trying to make this as clear for you guys. This top shot, obviously you can see here, it didn't have as much penetration, but I mean, that's pretty fucking good. It's not pulling low, it's not pulling to the sides. My shots, you know, I always kind of aim in this general direction, so I'm a bit to the right, but Alright guys, so my final review for now, I guess not final then, is these are pretty fun to shoot. There's something I read in the package that said it'll bring life to your old unused arrows, you know, the ones that you've got that aren't quite the grade that you want to use these days, right? Like right now I'm using gold tip Hunter XTs, but I've got a couple, you know, old Hunter XTs that I don't use anymore because they're a little older. I've got some new ones, and so I mean this did make me break those out so I wouldn't, you know, shoot the fletchings off my newer, nicer ones, and it was tons of fun to shoot. But I've had these for maybe an hour, and I've already broken 2 of them. Now, I know that they're super cheap, which makes it actually not that bad, considering how much fun I just had. But let me just show you. So the first one is lodged somewhere in here. So I made it's like here. So I made a pretty terrible shot where I shot through here and it got lodged. It got stuck somewhere down there. So when I tried to pull it out, it got stuck, and I pulled a little more. And what ended up happening was it snapped right in here. So one thing I really don't like is that the threading for these is all plastic as well. And so, I mean, honestly, they could go with making, you know, adding the threading be metal and maybe a metal shaft running through the middle of it. I mean, it might raise the price up a bit, but I mean, they're already a bit over $1 each. I don't think people would mind it too much, especially if it means, you know, if this breaks, you can still remove the threading from your arrow without having to waste a whole arrow. Now I've got an arrow with the threadings covered up, so I'm gonna have to try to drill that out and then tap it later. But yeah, and then so that's that one. And then this one, as you can see, is it's all dulled. So this one's actually pretty flat. So these come out pretty sharp. The ridging on them is pretty sharp. It's not gonna cut you just by running your finger over it, but and then the tip also it's pretty sharp to the touch. But so what happened with this one is I shot it through you know, part of like my shot out area, and this target couldn't hold it. It's about time for me to replace this innard, but it didn't hold it. It went all the way through, blew through the back of this thing, and it went through my fence. So you can actually see here where it ripped. That's a pretty good diameter of cutting, but it yeah, that it broke through, and then I actually had to go on the other side and it traveled a good another 20 yards. So penetration wise, it'll go through this target and through a fence, no problem, but it is super dull now. I'll try to add some picture close-ups because I usually hate when they do a close-up and it doesn't get anything past their face. But yeah, so again, final thoughts, tons of fun to shoot. I'm still interested in how it'll do shooting pigs potentially. I might shoot a couple squirrels with them just because I lost my last game head. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they'll hold up against a hog, maybe hitting some bone. I'll try to post that, and whenever I do upload that, I'll post a link in the comment section, or if you subscribe, you'll see it pop up. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you. Have a good one.